listening to it, you could see how it might be conceived as something that would be right up my alley. In some ways, they seem like the 2000s answer to the Smiths.
Hello, VC. Plastic Eric here. Plastic Soundwave Gold. Here with a very mild uh, collection connections. Beautiful day today. But I'm skipping my walk today to make sure I get this done. Uh, collection connection is just a game that's an excuse to talk about music. It's a game I play with my brother Bryce over on Tremendous Views. I upload every Monday. He uploads every Thursday, and so I make a connection. He makes a connection, so on and so forth. So the last album that my brother showed was Communard's self-titled album. Um, I don't know Communards that well, but I do know Bronski Beat a little bit more. And that was the band that Jimmy Somerville was in. And so, God damn, this cat's gonna kill me. So I was familiar with songs like Small Town Boy and Hit That Perfect Beat from Bronski Beat. So I don't know the Communards as well. Very interesting to listen to. Definitely great 80s music again. Very steeped in, the gay culture at that time. And I knew that Jimmy Somerville was in that band, but I didn't realize who the other people in that band were. And basically, it was one other guy, and it was this guy named Richard Cole. So the two guys, this guy here is Richard Cole, and he later went on to be a presenter and an author, and most notably, he became a vicar in the Church of England, and so he's an openly gay vicar. And but I thought it was interesting how he kind of gave up his musical career and ended up in the religious order. And I thought, well, there's got to be somebody else that does that. And the obvious one is this guy here, Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens, Catch a Bullet 4 is the album that I got. It's the only album that I have by Cat Stevens, and somebody gave it to me, so that's why I have it. I think it's fairly well known that Cat Stevens, I believe the story is something he almost drowned, and he's prayed to God that if God will save me from this situation, I will devote my life to him. Boy, I will devote my life to him, and so he chose the path of Islam and became a Muslim, and I believe his name now is Yusuf Islam. Since about 1977, 1978 is when he's been a Muslim. I don't know if you call him a scholar or a cleric or how that works. And I'll admit I'm fairly ignorant when it comes to a lot of stuff about Islam. But out of all of his albums that I've heard so far, I kind of like this one the best. For me, it has kind of like almost like a Jethro Tull type feel to it, but not as heavy as Jethro Tull. It's much lighter. I mean, I'm looking here at some of the stuff on Discogs about it, and it talks acoustic, soft rock, acoustic rock, that kind of thing. But out of all of his albums that I've heard, this one here actually I've kept because it's his, and I'm using this in the broadest sense of the word, heaviest album. It's the most rock-like album that I feel that he has. I mean, I've liked this song, Peace Train, which I talked about in an earlier connection. How the 10,000 Maniacs took off Peace Train from their In My Tribe album because of what his response was about the Salman Rushdie situation. And so I've always liked Peace Train, and but he has a bunch of other songs that I just can't get into. They just sound a little bit too wimpy for my taste. I can't stand that song Moonshadow or whatever. And nothing against people who like it, and if I hear it, I don't sit there and go, "Oh God, it's that song." But it just doesn't do it for me. And so yeah, basically, you had this here, which to me from, 72 is probably his most, friendly to my ears at least. And so he's got all the stuff in there. It's a gatefold. I think the album cover is really cool. I really like that album cover. I think that picture is cool. And so actually, if I saw that, I would think it'd be like a Rage Against the Machine album or something these days. But yeah, that's one of the things. He has that kind of fairy tale rock that he does. And so I'm looking here. I'm well over the 5-minute mark. If you get a chance, if you don't like Cat Stevens, or you're just thinking about him, if it's just not his more popular stuff. I hear people talk about many more of his other albums than this one here. But basically, it's not a bad starting point if you like that kind of music. I'm not totally in it, but I can appreciate it when I hear it. And that's because for me, it's, just not all about the music. So, bye! Meow, baby.